I think the number one question on people's minds right now is, what the heck is going on, right? If you're under 35, you might not understand when we have an economic winter, when we have a shift or go into a recession and inflation. You might be just wondering, what do I do? Do I need to do anything? Do I just deal with high gas prices and that's it? Is it deeper? And if you're older, you've experienced it, but sometimes we get amnesia. So I wanted to cover some thought processes today to help manage this, because here's what I know. The greatest advice I could give you, and my dear friend and partner, Tony Robbins, said this on stage about 2 months ago. And then I grabbed them. We were talking after. I'm like, oh my God, that was so simple, so profound, but so important. When the world is shifting, when the economy is shifting, we can either wait, ignore, and react, or right now, we can prepare and anticipate, right? It's like knowing your enemy. If your enemy attacks you out of the blue and you've never experienced this enemy, that's how you lose a battle. But if you know your enemy, you know what direction they come from, you know what's going to happen, you know what it feels, and you can prepare, then there's no way the enemy could beat you. If you ever listen to Wayne Gretzky, ever talk about why he was so good as a hockey player, one of the best hockey players of all time, and his famous quote is, most people skate to where the puck is. I figured out to skate to where the puck was going, right? And today, I want to just share in a couple minutes here where I believe we can understand where the puck is going and get emotionally ready. Think about why most people get stuck. You know, I was just with a dear friend of mine, Tom Bilyeu, who does Impact Theory. What a great guy. Love that guy. You should watch him on YouTube if you don't. But he said something during a recession, during crazy economy, during a winter, whatever you want to call it. He said, most people talk about fight or flight, the two Fs. And he said, but that's not what most people do. It's the third F. They freeze, right? Think about it, right? When uncertainty happens, and we just came off of 2 years of uncertainty with COVID, right? So we're already in this uncertain, figuring things out, shifting. I want to stay home. I want to change things. I want to do something for myself. I want to have more freedom, control of my time, a little uncertain, but getting better. And then all of a sudden, inflation, high prices, recession, interest rates, crypto going down, stock market going down. We don't know where it's going to end. Simultaneously, the media is pushing us to completely opposite ends where I think most of us see similarities in each other. Most of us live in the middle, but the media would think we all hate each other. Add all those things up, and it can create a lot of uncertainty. What does uncertainty mean? Lack of confidence, the thought of imposter syndrome, rising up, and what do? We freeze. And we think, okay, we'll wait till it gets better. Somebody will fix it. Nobody's coming to fix it. Let's just say it like it is. If you live here in America, you either liked our last president or our current, or maybe you don't like either or you like both. I don't care. Here's what I do know. Neither one of them nor the next person in charge is coming to save us. So if no one's coming to save us, if this is an uncertain time and we're going into an economic winter, we could either drop our confidence, sit on our hands, freeze, and hope something goes better. Or we could take ownership, where we can lean into a different mindset, where we can attack this new era and see for ourselves that though things are changing, did you ever see the statistics of the amount of success, new businesses, and wealth that's created during a down economy? It's unbelievable, because people who understand that most people will freeze, and those that gain new capabilities and take uncomfortable action have the opportunity to thrive. So here's what I'd like to suggest. Number one, who do you want to be? Do you want to be the person that waits to see if things are going to work out? Or do you want to be an investigative reporter? Do you want to look into industries that are going to exponentially grow through this shift? Do you want to keep your eyes open and be aware? Do you want to learn from people who've already been through and they're on the other side? Listen, take the self-education industry, the e-learning industry, the information industry. It's an industry that my partner and I, Tony Robbins, he's been in for 45 years. I've been in for 25 years. Oh my God, we're heading towards 70 years collectively in this business. It didn't used to be cool. It wasn't the coolest industry when I started 25 years ago. It is now. It's one of the fastest growing industries in the world. It's an industry that's at about $1 billion a day right now. The country's going in America here, and some of the world is going into an economic winter. This is an industry in its springtime. It's exponentially growing. So things like the self-education industry, You don't have to buy a product. Your asset is your life experience. Your asset is your knowledge, your skill, your hobby, your passion, the mess you went through and you're on the other side. People are paying for other people's experience so they don't have to go through it, right? So that's one industry that will exponentially grow. You don't need inventory. You can learn how to extract it, package it, sell it. And that's an opportunity to thrive in a shifting economy. So today, my whole goal was to get you to think outside the box, to not just worry about what's going on in the outside world, to know your enemy, to prepare, to investigate new areas, to find that story in your mind that's keeping you kind of small or playing small, and bust that and find a new story. Find something that compels you. Find something that drives you forward. And find a blueprint. Don't start on your own. Find a way to learn from others, to investigate and find something that will exponentially grow, get a different mindset. And yes, this could be a crazy time, but it doesn't have to be for you. You could be the leader. You could be the person, the man or the woman that God, the universe intended you to be. And what an amazing time to find more courage and more confidence to stand up and support those you love.